Well, as the 21st of September draws ever closer, the election campaign stage is also heating up. Now, speaking to journalists this morning, the General Secretary of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party, Minister Maithripala Sirisena, said that the current opposition is apathetic and spiritless.
A media briefing was convened to inform the stance of the SLFP regarding the current political situation. Several senior members of the party were present at the media briefing.
When
a political party contests an election, it is challenged by a rival political party. But is there a rival political party? Is there an opposition that can pose a challenge? We do not see that. We see an isolated opposition. We see a weakened, apathetic and spiritless opposition. As a strong government and as a strong political party, we have given priority to a political campaign based on quality, and that will ensure democracy. We will continue this election campaign with the leadership of His Excellency the President for a free and fair election.
Deputy Speaker Chandima Weerakodi says that there is a group waiting in line to join the Sri Lanka Freedom Party and the government. However, Weerakodi emphasised that at present the gates have been closed.
Back in 1977, there were only 8 MPs in the Sri Lanka Freedom Party, despite the gates being closed. There are many waiting in line to join the SLFP and the government, similar to waiting in line to enroll to the Palugalgoda school. Now that is the difference. Nobody wants to go to the United National Party. This is the difference in leadership. The President has an opposition leader like Ranil Wickremesinghe when forging ahead. The President has no obstruction in taking this country forward. Many say that the opposition leader is assisting these programs. The Deputy Speaker of Parliament made this comment at an event held to declare open a new building at the Palugalgoda Junior School in Dikkumbura, Habaradua.
On the topic of the opposition, the following are some of the views that were expressed during a media briefing convened by the United Bhikkhu Front yesterday.
The people have a myriad of problems today. There is no one to speak of this. There needs to be an opposition to speak of this. The opposition is worse. The great opposition has broken into minuscule pieces. When we look at what is being done by the great opposition, we are ashamed and wonder if this is how the opposition in our country acts. We respect opposition leader Ranil Wickremesinghe as being educated and intelligent, but he does not have the intelligence to govern the country. He chases away all those who are talented, while those who do not have any talent have become kings. As a result, today the opposition has deteriorated beyond repair. Ranil Wickremesinghe's mind is going rotten and his behind is heating up now. Do you understand?
What
is happening to young politicians? Now Joseph Michael Pereira is the assistant leader. We will hear about it tomorrow or the day after. What have they done to the country?
United National Party parliamentarian Karu Jayasuriya says that the time has come for all those in the opposition to present a united front to the challenge posed by the government. He made this statement at a media briefing convened in Colombo today. MP Karu Jayasuriya noted at a media briefing that although he had been included in the committee conducting the campaign for the upcoming provincial council elections, he was not granted an opportunity to select candidates.
I was informed that my name too had been included in the committee to conduct the campaign for the elections. But I must note one important factor here. Although we had been included in this committee, we were not included in the nominations committee to select candidates. I functioned as a deputy leader of the party and so did Sajith Premadasa. If we were in the nominations committee, then I believe that we too could have carried out an important function for the party. I wish to make a respectful request of the party leadership. We have fought enough. We need to join hands now. What we have to do is provide leadership to the people and the party supporters and give them the right to live in a country with rule of law and democracy. Let us cease all these disciplinary inquiries and grant a general pardon. Let us face the challenge of the government, which is engaged in an attempt to destroy the opposition at present. It can be seen that the government is attempting to destroy the UNP. If we can speedily get on the same stage, joining our hands in unity, then the United National Party can unite the entire opposition. It is then that the people will join us.
ඉතාම ඉක්මනින් අපිට අත්වැල් බැඳගෙන සමගි සම්පන්න වේදිකාවට එන්න පුළුවන් එක්සත් ජාතික පක්ෂයට ඊට පස්සේ මුළු විපක්ෂෙම එක්කව කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඒතකොට තමයි ජනතාවෙන්.
Well, before moving on to more headline stories, let's take a quick look at the newspaper cartoon of the day.
Two separate motor accidents claimed the lives of 3 individuals today.
A mother and son died in a motor accident at the Daladagama junction in Mahava this morning. The police media unit said that the accident was a result of a collision between a private bus and a car. According to the police, 5 persons were inside the car at the time of the accident. The deceased were 80-year-old Sumanavati Rajakaruna from Veyangoda and a 44-year-old son Mahinda Premachandra. 2 other women who were injured in the accident were first admitted to the Mahava District Hospital and were later transferred to the Kurunegala Teaching Hospital for treatment. The driver of the private bus was arrested by the police. Meanwhile, a woman died this morning after being run over by a private bus in the Dikena area in Karandenia. The victim, 75-year-old I.D. Jocelyn, who was a mother of 6, was a resident from Uragas, Manghandia. The police say the driver of the private bus was taken into custody.
On to another one of our headline stories. The chairman of the Yatiyantota Pradeshia Sabha, who was arrested on bribery charges, was released under strict bail conditions today. Bail was granted when the suspect was produced before the Colombo Chief Magistrate Gihan Pilapitiya today.
The chairman of the Yatiyantota Pradeshia Sabha was taken into custody by officers of the Commission to investigate allegations of bribery or corruption on the 12th of last month, when he was soliciting a bribe of 15,000 rupees to issue a permit for a poultry farm. The suspect chairman was remanded after he was produced before court. Today, court ordered the Pradeshia Sabha chairman to be released on a cash bail of 15,000 rupees and 2 certified bails of 500,000 rupees each. The magistrate ordered the suspect to refrain from travelling overseas and also ordered him not to intimidate witnesses in the case. At this point, officers of the Commission to investigate allegations of bribery or corruption noted that the suspect could attempt to intimidate witnesses and requested court to issue stern advice. Thereby, the magistrate advised the suspect once again and ordered him to appear before court on the 6th of December.
Police Special Task Force Constable S.M. Sunitha testified today in hearings of the case pertaining to the killing of Bhatha Lakshman Premachandra and 3 others. In his testimony, Sunitha said that parliamentarian Duminda Silva had arrived at the Mulleriya polling centre on the day of the incident and had assaulted a group of women there after questioning them on who they had voted for.
The witness added that the women who were beaten had run inside a house in the vicinity and were chased by a group of men who had arrived there with MP Duminda Silva. The witness also testified that some of these men were armed with firearms. The witness noted that a tense situation arose between MP Duminda Silva and the group accompanying him and the people at the polling centre, adding that he had attempted to separate the 2 factions. The witness, Constable S.M. Sunitha, further added that he had been informed by a person at the polling centre that MP Duminda Silva had assaulted the sister-in-law of election candidate Prasanna Solanga. Meanwhile, Police Constable Suranga Kumara, who had testified prior to this, noted that he would be completely changing the statement he had given to the Criminal Investigations Department. Magistrate Priyantha Liyanage inquired into whether the witness wishes to make a statement to court if he is to change the statement he had made. The witness noted that while he was en route to his house, he had noted a crowd which had gathered at the scene and had seen 2 people lying wounded on the road. He added that he had then assisted in loading the 2 injured persons into a vehicle to be taken to the hospital. Further testimony in this case is to be heard on the 30th of August.
The witness who testified prior to this and the witness who testified today did not identify any of the persons who were at the location. He also noted that he had identified Solangarachi's wife based on what he was told by someone else.
I can say what I have said before. Nature cannot lie. Nature will give us justice. I leave everything in the hands of nature.